action.
Happy Valentine's Day 2024. Today is a very special day for me because it's the anniversary of the very first time I shared any of my songs in public 30 years ago in a house party in the outskirts of Woodstock, New York, with the first band, the very first original Holographic Donuts, including Gus Mancini, who was really my major support at that time, and thanking Amy Fraden, who was my voice teacher, helping me find the courage to emerge from a conviction that I held almost my whole life, from the time I was 8 till the time I was 49, that I absolutely couldn't sing, had a terrible voice, and then these songs started coming to me spontaneously when I was about 31. First one, the Holographic Love Song, when I was driving to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania from Bridgeton, New Jersey area. And I just want to celebrate and give thanks for the gift that these songs, these poems, that music has been in my life and is in our life as human beings on this planet. And I have a candle here with a little pink lotus, pink often the color of the love and I want to light this in celebration of love. Not just romantic love, but the Eskimos had over 40 different terms for snow. Love is like that. There's so many shades, varieties, expressions of love. And to the whole, like rainbow spectrum, from unconditional love to the love that we have of a particular treat, including in there the love that we share. I have Johnny over here in the chair that you can't see, the most amazing kitty cat, to all our animal friends, four-leggeds, to our winged ones, love of Mother Earth and the planet. Oh my gosh, this whole community of life and beyond, the galaxy, the Milky Way, whether it is one galaxy in a community that we call supercluster of galaxies. It's a community within an even greater part of the universe, and greater, like Russian dolls, you know, the fractalization of life. So, to love, may it grow, may it thrive, may it blossom, may it bloom, may it bring to fruition our dreams of peace and joy and well-being, for the thriving and the celebration of life. So with thanks to all those that have brought us to this here and now moment, our ancestors, our teachers, our guides, our challenges, those circumstances in which we discovered strength in other parts of ourselves that were catalyzed by difficulties, and those that we face now. So to love, 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 the love of friends, the love of family, the love of beloveds of all kinds, and love of life. To you, and I'm going to put this right up here, and I'm just going to offer some poems and just a few songs. I just felt from my heart to your heart, I wanted to share this day that is a very special one. And I'm going to start with a poem. It's called Bless Me Bigly. Oh, before I do, I also, on my previous entry here on the Facebook Live, gave an address. You can contribute if you enjoy any of this offering. I'm part of a community called Ancient Healing Secrets. And one of the things that we're engaged in is supporting young kids that have been orphaned, that live in orphanages in Nepal. Many of them really affected by those earthquakes and orphans as a result of that. And because when they graduate, it's a huge leap to go from an environment which is basically all they've known, where they've loved each other and had tremendous support, to the greater world. One of the things that also happens in Nepal is that there is a lot of child trafficking. And this bridging for the young adults emerging from the orphanage is to give them a rainbow bridge, a secure passage, a way into finding their way in the greater world without just being thrust out, with not knowing how to cope, without the skills to provide housing and whatever is needed to help them to be able to adjust to and find their footing in that greater world. So that's because I'm just here and the phone's there and I'm not able to field and post from here. But if you catch this, if you go to my Facebook site, you'll see that I had posted in it adjacent, or, by now there's other posts in between. You can find the address that you can, if you feel so inclined, send a donation to. So, without further ado, the first poem. It's called Bless Me Bigly. And self-love. How important is that, right? Oh my gosh. The idea of loving each other as we love ourselves, well, the foundation of that is self-love. In Ancient Healing Secrets, we have these ancient techniques from the Siddha Veda lineage. Comes from Dr. Naram. Picture of him is here behind me. And Dr. Clint G. Rogers has gifted us with a wonderful book about the Ancient Healing Secrets. And we've learned these techniques called marmas. Now, if you just squeeze the lobes of your ears, and in Siddha Veda we do everything in series of 6. This particular marma is particularly for self-love. So 1, may I realize and love myself unconditionally. 2, love, may my heart be a sun and shine with love, bringing warmth and life into the world. And then we can just take a deep breath. 3, and may that love circulate throughout my system. That's Aquarius, astrologically from the Leo heart, throughout the whole circulatory system. And we as individuals, our circulatory system is community, is planet, is the universe of which we're a part. 4, just squeezing. 5, wonderful to have this at hand when challenges arise. And 1 more squeeze to make the 6 if I didn't lose track. For knowing self-love is not selfish. It's practical. It's essential. It's the basic, just like we need the sunshine. And now we're going to bless me bigly. I bless me bigly. I bless me squiggly. I bless bless me wiggly. I bless every bit of me, from my head to my feet of me, from my hands to the land that's me, my words and my yet to be. I bless you and all that you are. I bless the flowers. I bless the stars. I bless your heart. I bless your soul. We are a blessing above and below. I bless us each one near and far, whatever shape or size you are. We are the ones that are the one in the many in the one. We are the I am that is. We are the is that is sis and bro. The divine spark within us, the seed that we grow. We make our garden by singing our songs, the ones that assure us we do belong. We are the ones full of beauty and wise, the ones from the earth, the ones from the sky. We are awakening, learning to see. We are the entire divine tapestry. That one came to me here in Santa Cruz, March 2018. And I enjoy it because it's kind of inviting us to take ourselves lightly and just reminding us that our lives are sacred, are blessed, and to appreciate that each and every day. Now, as I said, this is that 30th anniversary. I can hardly believe it. And this next poem, called Soul Food, came to me December 20th, 1994, so just about 2 months, not even quite 2 months, before I found the courage to start sharing my creativity with other people. Love was, is, and is, as in Isis, the beat of my heart, the quickening of my loins, the salt in my tears that flow from these eyes that see, that without love's presence, life is a barren desert, sparse and well-armored. Even then, love prevails and blossoms forth from inner rivers that never grow dry, no matter how hot or sandy our long journey home. We are destined to reach the oasis, for like the camel, we carry love, our water, within. But unlike the camel, we forget our interior watering hole and can trek through life like beasts of burden. Let us remember, we aren't those beasts of burden. Back to the poem. Love, I salute you in all your disguises and costumes. For who but love baits us to forget, lures us to find love on the exterior, and leads us out of our skins so that new scrolls of eros and compassion can be etched unto us by the Torah of touch, invoked in us by the pujas of patience, and celebrated by us with ecstatic chants of divine longing and union. Love is the beach and the ocean of life. Love is a child nuzzling its mother's nipple, sucking the sweet, nurturing nectar. Love is the essence of life. Let's just take a moment of silence and move into our hearts. Remembering that silence is the ocean, metaphorically, from which all sound emerges. The sky that holds all the birds of sound. And within silence, we become receptive to remembering what we really are. I think I'm going to change my order here and go right to You Are the Light of the Stars. This came to me in Hawaii in 1996 as a poem, as a remembrance, and then it kind of found its way into a chorus and a song through the years. Oops, I don't have my son here to test the sound. You're not who you think you are. You're more than you hope to be. You are the light of the stars. Feel this truth in your belly. Love is who you are. Love is what you be. You're a light, be a star. Set your deep love free. So that's the message that I got. And then the chorus is, love is who I am. Love is what I be. I am light. I'm a star, sovereign and free. Love is who I am. Love is what I be. I'm light. I'm a star. Love lives as me. Turn that down a little. My way is not right or wrong. I trust and know I belong. My pace isn't too fast or slow. I release self-judgment, go with the flow, 'cause love is who I am, love is what I be. I'm a light, I'm a star, sovereign and free. Love is who I am, love is what I be. I'm a light, I'm a star, love lives as me. I love myself without conditions. Pay attention to my soul's premonitions. Ha ha. Delight in beauty and truth. Compassionate like biblical Ruth. And meet each day with joy and gladness. The antidote to despair and sadness. I live in love, reside in grace. Every when and where is my place? 'Cause love is who I am, love is what I be. I'm light, I'm a star, love is what me. Love is who I am, love is what I be. I am light, I'm a star, love lives as me. I am I lack for speech the power to choose, 'cause love is who I am, love is what I be. I'm a light, I'm a star, love lives as me. I am light, I am love. We are light above, and here we are right now. And I'm going to tell you, these glasses I'm wearing are from the dollar store. Yesterday, well, it was Saturday, few days before, the arm of my old prescription glasses snapped off. The other already was gone. And now I have no glasses that really help me see too well. So I'm improvising with these. And, well, to make a poem, it makes some things blurry as well with an H instead of the W. So that's why I'm a little bit at the end here. Things are kind of like watercolor, but I'm going to try that last stanza because that's the most important. Love is who we are, love is what we be. We are light, we are stars, love lives as we. Love is who we are, love is what we be. We are light, we are stars, love lives as we. Okie dokie. All right. We are going to mosey on, and for anybody that might be just stumbling on now, I explained before, we hope to be fundraising as we're doing this offering for the adult kids that are leaving the orphanages in Nepal, finding their way in the world. And I posted a place on my previous little Facebook entry there where anyone whose heart feels so inclined and would like could offer a donation for them to find their way with much greater grace and ease and safety. I'm not going to talk about astrology today. I'm not going to mix it in. I don't think I am. Who knows? But I think I'm just going to stick with a few poems and a few songs. The great we that I am. I love the great we that I am. Trillions of cells, clerking together in this body, in our bodies, in our collective body. A human, H-U-E, rainbow of experiences, differentiating brilliantly, the one appearing as the many. Magnificent manifestations of itself. And I love to play with that word self because to me, I want to invite in as much of the elf energy as possible, S-E-L-F, and the biological C-E-L-L-F. I like having an multiplicity of ways of relating to that word and to what that word represents, that word self. Chirping percussion, bees imbibing, butterflies fluttering, redwoods waving, prayer flags swaying, hummingbird happy in this oasis of peace. I drink the beauty, savor the sounds, feel the breezes caress my body and proclaim, I love you, Mother Earth. Gratitude is grace. I give thanks for this heart that can rest in the intersection of stillness and sound and be satisfied just by being. army, A-R-E-M-E, 2 words. I am they. They are me. An army rising of arms, destined to hug, hugging each other, hugging the ground of Mother Earth with eyes illumined by self, there's that word again, recognition, recognition. Seeing in the mind mirror the reflection that knows it is all that earth, all that sky, all that invisible, unseen particle by squiggly particle into the scene. I am they are me, we are an army of invincible love, hugging our way to greater and greater freedom. That was in 2021, that one. So this one is a song, I have to confess, I just have not, I've been a busy gal lately and haven't created as much practice time as I would like and need. But I love this song, Conundrum of Collusion. So, conundrum definition, a riddle often depending on a pun. Any perplexing question or thing. And collusion means secret agreement on a secret plot. So, you know, these songs come to me. Every once in a while I'll have a song if I was in a class or someone gave an assignment. But for the most part, 90% or more come kind of unbidden and gladly received. And this is the title that came, and this is the song, and this is the tune. And it's a bit of a jig. I'd love to be able to do this someday with a big stand-up bass and a fiddle and, you know, really give it that Irish energy of a jig that it really would love to be a part of. It's a conundrum of collusion, syncopated dance, subtle collaboration, from Canada to France, a free fall of diamonds in a winter snow. It's called intuition when you know that you know. Allow your heart to blossom with the fragrance of the rose. Love yourself completely from your head down to your toes. Love yourself completely. Let your heart be healed. Love yourself completely as we dance this lively reel. It is a braided story, sometimes a twisted tale, festivity and celebration when the night finds the grail. A dark night's deep sleep, a morning's rosy smile, a marvel and a mystery to be lived, not to be solved. I love that line. And whether you say this is about love or about life, or to me it's about love and life, I'm just going to say that one again. It's a braided story, sometimes a twisted tale, festivity and celebration when the night finds the grail. A dark night's deep sleep, a morning's rosy smile, a marvel and a mystery to be lived, not to be solved. Woo! It is a raindrop in a heartache, candle in a flame, a healing and a feeling. You'll never be the same. Conundrum celebration, a vibrant living dream. Allow your heart to blossom with the fragrance of the rose. Love yourself completely from your head down to your toes. Love yourself completely. Let your heart be healed. Love yourself completely as you dance this lively reel. It is a miracle inside, wondrous all around. It daunts and delights us, is our pruning and our crown. It asks but one thing only, it never does demand. Appreciate the story, give thanks for all that's grand, and allow your heart to blossom with the fragrance of the rose. Love yourself completely from your head down to your toes. Love yourself completely. Let your heart be healed. Love yourself completely as you dance this lively reel. Love yourself completely as you dance this lively reel. Conundrum of collusion. A marvel and a mystery, to be lived, not to be solved. Allow your heart to blossom with the fragrance of the rose. Love yourself completely from your head down to your toes. Love yourself completely. Let your heart be healed. Love yourself completely. And of course it says here as you dance this lively reel, but what if we can just love ourselves completely, not needing some kind of cause that we've worked hard enough, or we did this or that, or what if we just, because we are part of this marvelous life, this creation, this living, amazing, great mystery, to choose. I think that's the biggest thing I've learned, is to choose to love myself, not because of a this or a that I've done, and to forgive the things that I thought I needed to do or not do. And wow, I found the more I can do it, the greater peace it does it does create. We have just two more poems here. Word weaver. I am a weaver of words. I am a weaver of worlds, because, well, W-O-R-L-DS. The only difference between word and world is that L. Worlds includes those words. My yarn is woven from my dreams and yours. Our dreams of love, joy, peace, beauty, harmony, play, creativity, celebration, and most importantly, rest. We yearn to rest in the nest of being, the home in our hearts that is known by no body, no mind. We remember ourselves as nomads that lived without grudge. No need to smudge. Pure, loving, loving itself, with the elf emphasis. Unbound by separation, unbound from fear, free, alive, pure skies, pure seas. We are awakening, called back home to the home that never left us. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. And I don't know if we should, let's see, I forgot to look at time. Well, I'm going to do one more song and then one last poem. This one is Come to Your Senses, and yeah. Oops, where'd my little pedal go? Trying to anchor that so it won't slide. There we go. Cruel war has been raging on our planet for too long. Violence, devastation, sure something's going wrong. We are the peacemakers. We are the blessed ones. We are Gaia awakening. We're the marriage of moon and sun. Come, come, come to your senses. Come, won't you come to your heart? Come, come to your senses. Celebrate our common heart. And I have to comment, you know, hearth as the H-Earth. We share the same home. Yeah, folks. Boy, if we could remember that. Woo! Hatch your dreams from the nest of stillness. Heal your heart from grief and woe. Leave behind doubts and distractions. Steep yourself in the moment's flow. Harmony is deep listening. Harmony is more than sound. Harmony is many voices. Harmony goes round and around. Come, come to your senses. Come, won't you come to your heart? Come, 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 come to your heart. We've been told we don't matter. We've been told matter is stuff. We've been sold a bundle of nonsense. Now we're saying enough's enough. We're taking back our power, taking back our dignity, taking back our sacred matter, taking back our rainbow key. Opening the door to greatness with the key found deep within. Opening the silent treasure, beckoning, come in, won't you come? Come to your senses, come, come to your heart, come, come to your senses, celebrate our common hearth, won't you celebrate, celebrate, recreate, co-create our common heart, Mother Earth. This man, Thomas Berry, I was blessed that he was my mentor for 20 plus years. And this man had a dream of us living together as humans together, in harmony with each other, in harmony with Mother Earth and all of her creations, the whole community of life here, and with the universe. He reminded us that we have this internal awareness. We call it subjectivity. We feel. We are very, very extraordinary beings, and we've been conned and programmed to diminish ourselves, to underestimate ourselves. And what's been emphasized are all the things that divide and all the things that, you know, I think one of the, another teacher of mine, Gunter Pauli, made the comment that I think is very, very wise, that fairy tales, we recite them to put children to sleep. But we, grown-ups, read them to wake up. And I've been thinking about Sleeping Beauty, and that along with the Three Bears and Goldilocks, appreciating, like, you know, the planet being the size, if it was too big or too small, we wouldn't have this extraordinary community of life that we do. You know, if it was further from the sun, if it was too close to the sun. So that fairy tale has so much relevance to us in understanding and appreciating. But Sleeping Beauty for this year, as Pluto has, here comes astrology, from moving from Capricorn to Aquarius, where it will be for a very long time, with the exception of in September 2nd, I believe it goes back for about 2 months. And then we're in full flow, Pluto in Aquarius. And Aquarius, the planet associated with it, is Uranus. Well, around April 20th, it's going to be in full conjunction with Jupiter. Jupiter is expansion of consciousness, both of them in Taurus. Taurus is where the sign that we celebrate Earth Day, and at the ancients, Beltane. It's a time. It's the primal Earth element. What's the relevance? Well, the relevance is it can be time of great awakening to realize and remember we're not separate from Mother Earth, and that we can cease what is in alignment, what is not in alignment with her well-being, which is our well-being, and we can open to greater expansion of consciousness through our own natural capabilities that are being awakened now through that Uranian, through that Aquarian and Pluto connection. And that we're a time of great choice, because there's also a time now where there's a great emphasis on giving power away to authority outside of ourselves. I mean, even with having certain things inserted in the body. You know, I was talking the other day, gave a little talk on Saturday, and I mentioned, you know, this word smart. Well, I remember the first time I heard the term smart bomb or smart bombs. I thought, wow, that's an oxymoron if I've ever heard one. You know, like the oxymoron of the sun's so hot I froze to death. So Xana, don't you cry. The sun's so hot I froze to death. Well, smart bombs and a lot of these smart devices really do not contain wisdom. And smarts without wisdom are very dangerous. You know? I know. We know. We know. So choice is really, really up for us at this time. And I think of Chiron as a big player. Chiron in ancient Greece was an amazing character, half human, half horse. mortal, immortal, also had flavors of the sea and connections, relatives relating him to the sea element even. He was, besides representing our wounds in our chart, it's also the process of healing, and it's also the healer we become when we are healed. This represents, in ancient people, a lot of contemporary people would call this the shaman, but he's also the teacher's teacher. And this idea that this bridge in the outer structure, as between planets, between Saturn and Uranus, is referred to as the rainbow bridge. So when come to your senses, it's not just our 3D senses. It's our internal intuition. It's our internal guidance. It's our internal wisdom in our hearts, in our heart. And the heart and the mind united with the belly, the womb. Oh my gosh. It's like most of the computers we've been given, we barely know what to do. We do a few things and there's all these other capabilities. Well, our own inhabiting this living body has so many latent, dormant capacities that now is the time for them to awaken, and they're awakening. And that's the energy. That's when I throw the bowling ball, my intention and what I want down the bowling alley of life. That's the strike that I'm headed for, the well-being, the flourishing, the awakening of what I call humanity, H-U-E, humanity, moving from the caterpillar of the old humanity and the old ways that don't fit. We've got to break down to break through. We got to break down, break through, break on down, see the truth, break down laws of me, break down tyranny. Yeah, that's another whole song. But we when we're moving into a new earth, a new way of life where we all thrive and prosper, it entails that what's been in existence that's not in alignment with that has to break down. Just like when we're reconstructing, we want a new kitchen. Well, it's a mess when we first are taking out the old cabinets and the old flooring. But then that makes the room, the spaciousness for what we really want. So an invitation to look into your hearts, what you really want. And when you have that, why do you want it? What will you, for what is the gift within that? And what are your gifts to give? Because we're all gifted, all of us. And that choice to love, that choice to appreciate, that choice to find the gratitude, to give the gratitude, to give the gifts, it transforms. It's what creates that new reality. So, well, I didn't expect to be saying all this. Let's end with this one poem. The Galactic Human, H-U-E-M-A-N. Thank you for your patience here. The galactic human knows her, himself, as the song of songs, the book without pages, the wisdom and knowledge manifest, to the sages. She's the rainbow, both appearance and the unseen, appearing and vanishing as if in a dream. She's the many-hued petals of the one great flower, the timeless presence that's in every hour. Implicit in the unseen is the seen. Latent in the invisible is the visible. The paradoxical parade of appearance, images on an empty screen. Parables teach us what we know but have forgotten. Our awakening is both a remembering and a forgetting. We forget the false and remember the true. We cease to ignore our inner eye, shatter the all-pervasive lie. The galactic human is liberated from primary identification with a body of flesh and a brain locked in time. The notion of separations, restrictions, and knots that tie up or hold down give way to one's inherent, infinite wisdom and ground. The galactic human revels in the divine feminine, swims in wisdom's spaces, delights in magical places, sees herself in all the faces, dances in ecstatic celebration. And I have to say, this is why I brought in Sleeping Beauty. When I was a kid, I remember thinking the hero of the story that was the one that woke everybody up was the prince. But I didn't, the way it was construed was in that context of, oh, the masculine is the powerful one. Well, what if when that kiss to the sleeping princess was the recognition that the divine masculine has, that not only is this the, quote, otherness, but the part of himself that he's embracing. And the she, the latency of and the exclusion and the sleep, the spell of exclusion of the divine feminine being awakened by that kiss, then what happens in the fairy tale? The music returns. Everything that had gone frozen and basically died comes back to life again. I think that this fairy tale is a beautiful one for our times. Yes, we're awakening from a sleep, the sleep of separation, and the realization of our divine sacred being, and that is our true identity. And at this time, there's a faction that wants to play God as external authority, thinking it can, be the boss, so to speak, the authority. Or there's the recognition that rather than a faction playing God, like Prometheus, how about if the Prometheus is the igniting, and the Prometheus energy being Uranian, Aquarian, just that candle, that in the sun in the heart of each of us, realizing we are sacred, life is sacred, earth is sacred, we're all sacred. And that internal direct connection to our deep wisdom already is there inside of us. The poem's longer. It's too long for one shot here today. I want to end on this note. Wow, I had no idea I'd be sharing so much today. So may the spirit of love, I'm going to bring the candle here with the lotus. As I blow it out, may all our hearts together feel that sense, as many ancients would say, from my heart to yours, our hearts together, may we, as this flame is extinguished, may that flame of love fill Mother Earth. May we enter this Valentine's Day into a year of awakening, the dragon within us, and that dragon being that part of us that realizes, remembers, and reunites, and wakens and breathes the dragon, the fire of love. 1, 2, 3. Aloha.